Hello and welcome to part 16 in this look back at Resident Evil 3. First thing I want to talk about is I actually lost this part that you're watching now. This is the re-recorded part. The joke is when I was editing it I actually found it. It would have been very simple to use the old part, but I actually felt that this part was a better part. It was better to watch. I didn't make as many mistakes, and there's a certain puzzle coming up that I did first time, and I just felt that it was better viewing. I thought the other part was really sloppy and it just wasn't worth watching. There's another thing as well, but I really want to get into that into the next part. I'll briefly explain. I've read and read some comments on some similar videos because I was looking some stuff up. Well, I was looking at the clock tower puzzle because I couldn't figure it out, I'll be honest. But in a lot of videos and sort of comments I've read, that people found the mine thrower quite useless, and I always used to think couldn't really find a good use for it. But I actually found one, and I wanted to show that off really. But I will show. That's probably going. I think that'll be in the next part. So I'll show you that then. The only reason I'm telling you that really about, because I probably shouldn't have, I could have got away with it, I think, I don't know, I couldn't say for sure, but I actually think there might be, you might notice in about, I think it's about part 18 or 19, possibly earlier, I could be wrong. It'll be the part after the graveyard is all I can really tell you. So you may notice that, and I thought, well, I'm just going to be honest about it. You know, it's not, accidents happen, you know. I didn't realise, I just misplaced it because it was the first bit of footage I ripped, because I recorded it all in one over a couple of days, and I uploaded them in a stupid order. Because the last, one of the first discs I ripped, so yeah, that's the reason I lost it. And it was like because I was looking at, when I finished, I think it was part 15, I was looking everywhere. I was like, where's the next part? So yeah, because I actually did do part 15, but I don't think I've uploaded it yet. But I will be doing that shortly after I've finished with this video. Sometimes I like record them and just leave them for a bit. And the reason I actually decided to use the mine thrower was because I was getting a lot of mine thrower ammo, and normally it's grenade rounds, but it does change. I've never really noticed it myself because most of the time I have played this game I've used the infinitive ammo because I've unlocked it. So I like experimenting, messing about with weapons with unlimited ammo, so I find it quite fun. So that's something I've never really noticed till now. I probably have noticed it, but because obviously I'm, you know, I don't pick the ammo up, I've probably just not thought about it. So that's the reason why really. I've probably never noticed it. What we need to do now is go through the park to get to the very last part in the game. There's not much more to go now really. It's actually quite funny because I remember the part bit being quite long, but recording this bit, it wasn't as long as I thought it was. I actually thought I was going to be there for hours. I actually was, but I'll get more into that in a minute. But yeah, I thought I was going to be in there for a really long time, re-recording. I was quite annoyed last night when I couldn't find that footage, and then it was like literally in my, like where I've kept all my videos. It's because they're like called Title 1 and that, and I haven't really got around to renaming them, so I know what order they're in. I actually think that later on parts are not jumpy as well because I did them before my DVD ripper broke. But that's actually nearly getting there. I managed to get 90% of the DVD ripped before it decided to say not responding, so that's a lot better. So there's a bit more I've got to clean up, like recording and audio and video files that I'm not using, like the very first Tony Hawk videos I did. There's some SSX stuff I've done that I've left on there as well. So once I think I've got that all cleared up, I'm just going to put them on memory sticks because I've got quite a few. So in case I want to use them again, but I probably won't. Because I actually went looking all throughout my video because I've got like a DVD wallet, I think they're called, and I put all the recorded DVDs in there so I know how to find them. I was looking through all that last night, couldn't find it. But luckily it was on here. Well, this part's a lot better, as I said. This is where I said I wanted to get into where I thought it would take me a long time, and it actually did. Was this part here, because normally that's frogs, frog hunters. It just happened that we had zombies this time, but the first attempt at recording this part, I had frog hunters, and where I tried to dodge them, Jill kind of went into a roll and then sort of was on, like, I had to put it sort of crouched down and had one knee on the floor and the other one sort of so she could aim better, and it just left her open to so many attacks. It really did. So that was quite something I found as a flaw, and because I was just getting really annoyed that they kept getting me, I kind of just lost my focus and died. So I had to, it happened I think twice. Not the second time was a certain boss that's coming up. I just couldn't. Oh, I was absolutely terrible on it. So it did take me nearly about an hour and a half to get this redone. But it wasn't as long as I thought it was. You find more really that memo sort of it'll be more explained upon in a minute, but it does really show we know what umbrellas. Well, if you've played the game, you'll know what umbrellas are about, and you really start to see a sinister side. It's really more to do with Nikolai. So yeah, you'll find out more really in a little bit, because there's a secret hideout. And it's got some quite incriminating files. You'll find more out. But it's really quite funny because you're obviously playing as Jill, and she's obviously, as you're reading these files, she must be. But it acts as if she's not actually paying attention to what she's reading. I'll explain a bit more. I think it'd be in the next part, to be honest. On this puzzle we're going to attempt now, the first time I ever did it, took me ages to do. I couldn't figure it out at all for the life of me. But there's it's actually there is a piece of board hidden that if you find it makes the puzzle pretty easy. And I was looking I found it by accident, but yeah, it was really quite annoying. But on the last part I couldn't remember how to do it for some reason, and I had to it took me about not 10 minutes, it took me about 5 minutes to figure out, so I just felt that was just a waste of time you don't have to, you got the choice to watch it. What I'm saying is, if you choose to watch it, you don't want to be sitting through that, really, so that's the reason I've gone with this. Another reason why I've gone with this part. It's not the main reason, but, well, it's one of the main reasons, actually. I'm just to sort of update you on what's coming Resident Evil wise. I'm trying to get Survivor done, but it's really been a pain in the backside, because if you haven't never played Resident Evil Survivor or never really owned it, it's the same thing. If you've never played the game, basically, it's a game where you can't save till you actually complete the game. And you're probably thinking, well, why do you need to save after you've completed the game if you haven't played it? The reason is because you can get secret handgun. Well, not secret. It's got alternative routes, so you can go different ways each time. There's I think it's 3 different ways. And each one has a different handgun, so you can just go back and get get every single handgun in the game, really. And that's the only reason why you can save after. But it's so annoying because if you do have continues on it, it's more like an arcade game, if I'm honest. You can continue, but the problem with it is I'm making so many stupid mistakes. And I'm playing it on normal, because I do like the challenge. But the game itself is a little bit flawed. I will get more into that if I ever get it recorded, but I mean, I probably will. If worse comes to worse, I'll just play it on easy. There is a part in the Apocalypse film which is based on this game, Resident Evil Apocalypse, with a graveyard, and a lot of people sort of criticised it and didn't think it was Well, they didn't like it, which I can see why. It's not like I can't, but I mean, personally, it didn't bother me. But I think this is where they got the inspiration for that scene. It's probably from this part. These zombies, I think there's one crawling on the floor I'm not going to take out. There's no point because we don't have to come back this way. So there's no point. I just left them, to be honest. This is pretty much going to be the end for this part now. I'm just going to sort some items out, clean out some items because we need some other items to get into the secret room. So I'd just really much like to thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join me for, I think it's part 17. And I'll get more into some more reasons why I went with the parts that you'll see in. Really.